Yeah, sorry about that. Sorry about that. Hey, Dank. Hey, Giselle. When I went into that place, I lost my signal. Sorry. But you know what? Don't fret, because I had you people on my mind, and I wanted you to see my whitefish chowder, and I wanted you to see my whitefish dinner. And it was good. And I didn't eat any of the fries. Just gave 2 fries to Daisy. Full now. 26 bucks. They're still ripping you off up here. But it's a tourist trap. There's no other place to get fried whitefish within a billion miles. And I went for it, and I'm super full. And it hit the spot just perfect. Worth every damn dime. So here I am. Going down this little strip. Give you a little look around here. It's really turning out to be a really nice day. Only got about another 2 hours of good solid sunlight. You know, for the stuff I do, it's not really a lot of opportunity for me. I mean, you know, the taking a picture of Lake Michigan or Lake Huron's great, but it doesn't look cool, you know, like wrecked cars or Michigan Avenue or abandoned buildings. It's just kind of like vacation bullshit. Oh, sorry about that, Robin. So I basically just came up here, believe it or not, mainly not to do any video. I'm glad I brought my camera. I wasn't going to do it, but to get a whitefish dinner. I mean, maybe this interests some people, but to me, I think it's just like super boring. Come on, man. Get out of the way, old man. You would freeze your damn ass off of Mackinac Island today, even with the sun out. God forbid when the sun gets low. I'll get you a better view of the Mackinac Bridge. I mean, it doesn't make any sense to go across it. You know, like, honestly, like Alaska is as well. Once you get on the interior side of Alaska, it's really kind of boring. If you're not along the water or the ocean, it just looks like everywhere else. Looks like where I live, West Branch, Michigan. And that's kind of how the UP is. I mean, what am I going to do? Take a yardstick and show you how tall a baby evergreen is? I mean, it's just not as photogenic as you would think it would be. So, but this is a beautiful view of the Mackinac Bridge today, and you know, these blue tints and hues look exactly like that to the naked eye. And this is no color enhancement, nothing. I mean, you'd think you were in the Bahamas. It is a gorgeous view. So I take that back. There's one good view, and it's the one that I'm looking at right now. Just the blue, blue water. There's Mackinac Island over there. Once again, you know what brought me up here? The Astro van. Yeah. You people think about this. The cars you have, do you think you could drive around those roads in Detroit and in and out of those neighborhoods, get right back on the road, and drive up to Mackinac? That's why I keep the Astro van. And I'm going to be going out west. I'm going to put my snow tires on, all-wheel drive. I'll be passing by people left and right in the ditch. The Astro van is where it's at. 4.3 engine. As far as I'm concerned, I wish they'd just gold plate it and use it as my headstone, because it deserves it. No maintenance, doesn't burn any oil. Catherine probably hates you because she sees you on here talking. I mean, it's just a miserable old lady that still lives with her mom, that's mad that she's not a mother. I don't know what's going through that kook's head. I mean, if it keeps getting worse, I'll show some stuff if I have to YouTube or whoever else, just to show you what a wackadoodle this lady really is. Marguerite 63. Here's a Mackinac Fort. Doing great, thank you. Now I will walk down here just to show my trusty viewers Mackinac Bridge. And I'm at Mackinac City, not the island. I'm at the city. Big difference. Not a big difference in what you pay for everything, but a big difference in the location. I come here a lot more in the winter, believe it or not, than I do in the summer. So I'm going to drive up here, and you're going to see how rough the water is and why there's so much mystique about the Straits of Mackinac. And people drowning and oil wells rupturing and all sorts of bullshit. I'm not even going to leave the window cracked for Daisy. It's cold out. This is Mackinac State Park. This is for all my, hey Peyton, I'm at Mackinac City. This is for all my trusty viewers. This is where I strive for more subscribers and views. But if you've never been here, I mean, you'll really think this is impressive. And it is, but I've been here a million times. I'm not going to take it. Actually, it's too cold for Daisy, to tell you the truth. You look at the way people are dressed down here. I come up here a lot in the wintertime when nobody's here. But this blue is legit. It's not some kind of, filter on my camera. It's really like this. The blue Straits of Mackinac. I've done some still photography. Now, the way the wind's blowing today, it's not crashing up against the pillars of the bridge, so it's not that impressive. Actually, the wind, there's a freighter over there. That's a 1,000-footer right there. If you guys look on a website app, see what Great Lakes freighter is going through the Straits of Mackinac, because that's a 1,000-footer right there. You'll see it way out there in the distance. But for me, this kind of stuff isn't that interesting. Unless it's like crazy cold, big piles of ice, freighter tips upside down, something like that. This is just kind of yawn. This is a huge tourist destination. People from all over the world come here, honest to God. This is the Mackinac Avenue stroll. So there you go, Straits. It's actually pretty calm today. Now, they never used to have this fence down here. I don't know why they put that up. I don't know what kind of dog this is, but it's huge. No trespassing on the bridge. Yeah, this fence never used to be here. It's kind of weird. I don't know who's blocking off the traffic. So here's the shot you'll never forget, underneath the Mackinac Bridge. You can hear the cars going over. Now these waves don't break till they get near the shore. It's not like that out in the middle. See, all the rocks up around here are all smoothed over. There's a famous rock in the UP generally, Lake Superior agate. Look it up. They do a lot of jewelry out of this stuff. Dog is huge. This makes me miss Michigan Avenue. If you saw a woman up here beat up like Maddie, there'd be 25 cop cars. No, a lot of drugs though, believe it or not, for the year-round population. Look at these dogs. What kind of dogs are those? Oh, okay. Hey, bud. Newfoundlands. So if you want to take a nice summer vacation, even in the fall, now you've seen it. It's a beautiful place to visit in the island out there, Mackinac Island. I don't know if any of you are Christopher Reeve buff. Somewhere in Time was filmed there. Movie Somewhere in Time. Believe it or not, when the ice freezes in a decent winter, even though this is really a treacherous strait of water, they ride snowmobiles across this over to Mackinac Island. Yeah, it's about 40 degrees, I think. So if you're looking for a nice place to take a vacation, this is well worth it in the summertime. But it is busy, believe me. They've had record crowds the last couple of years. Looks like a postcard. See that freighter way out there with the sun shining against the side? You can't see it that great with this. Yeah, you're right, just saying. Yes, nice weather here. Yeah. But for some reason, this place is just jammed with Asians today. The whole restaurant, a fish restaurant, was filmed. A lot of Asians down there taking photos. I don't know whether it's a tour bus or what. These are herring gulls right here. They're big. They're kind of skittish. They're just looking for something to eat. Haven't been around people a lot. I'm gonna get everybody a plastic tomahawk. Oh, you're welcome, Ronnie. I had to get up here. I mean, you can't, if you've never been here, it's one of those kind of vacations to where you're up here and it's just blowing your mind how beautiful it is. You can ride a bike around the island. I suggest staying in Mackinac City and touring the island. I don't think the island is worth the extra premium they charge. Believe it or not, they leave one boat open. And the bar, I think it's the Painted Pony, opens up for New Year's Eve. I'm thinking about bringing Rebecca up here and partying all night. About 35 years ago, a lady was driving a Yugo across Mackinac Bridge at night with high winds and went off the side of the bridge. You can look it up. Imagine that death. She had about a 16-second fall. She was driving a Yugo. She'd still be alive. She was in an astro van. There's no way that thing's going over the side. It is cold. There's the Daisy. Keeping an eye on the Astro van. That's my girl, hon. That's my baby. Oh yeah, honey. Good girl. You know, I really would like to bring. I really would like to bring some of the, like Rita and Maddie. I really would like to go down to Detroit and drive them all up here and get them a nice dinner and take them to Mackinac Island. I really would. Yeah, they close the bridge for high winds. And they've also got people that will get in your car and drive it across for you. Evidently, there's some kind of recognized condition that occurs with some people driving over bridges. And they do. You can tune into a radio station. I think it's 530. And it gives you the conditions if they're going to shut it. And the last couple winters, you know, we've had like hot, cold, hot, cold. They shut it down because of falling ice a couple times as well. Yep. The old joke on Mackinac Island is for half-deads and newlyweds. That's what the workers there call it. Half-deads and newlyweds. Daisy loves Mackinac because it's different than West Branch. She's a good girl. She's going to get a McDonald's hamburger. No, they wouldn't. We'd trade in some of the coats and gloves and blankets. There's Smoke's Mexican's barbecue. Who in the hell would get barbecue while you're in Mackinac? Looks like they were smart enough to close for the summer. The fall. Boy, this fall really snuck up on us. Dazer's looking. Dazer says this is Mackinac City. She's been here plenty of times. There's a giant hot dog on the roof. You know you're on vacation when you see that. Yeah, they're pretty on that in the island, though, I'll tell you that. There's the gateway to Mackinac Island right there. It's where you get on the old ferry. They had quite a political rivalry, and one of the companies ended up winning. You don't have the competition now you used to for the ferry ride. It's over. See, a lot of these hotels, most of them are closed. There's only a couple of them open. I mean, this goes down to practically zero in the winter. Kind of dumpy looking. That one looks like they're probably renting it as rooms. One of my old high school teachers' parents had a hotel up here, Bell's Melody Hotel. So I think I'm going to go home along the east side of the state, down around Alpena, kind of pretty. Daisy prefers that way. That's my girl. Always looking for squirrels no matter where. Where's the squirrel, honey? Where's the squirrel, hon? Well, you can see this Lake Huron over here is just beautiful. To me, personally, I think the Lake Huron would be the best place to live. Lake Michigan's all super rich, crowded. Where Lake Huron is a lot less sparse. You're not going to get the 5-star restaurants. You're just going to be able to sit and relax and not fight crowds. Now, from Mackinac City, where I'm at now, all the way down to Bay City, this side of the state is dead. The west side of the state is thriving. They joke about this being the non-money side, and that's basically true. See, this is like a lot of the hotels are closed. My old school teacher's thing, I think it was right down around here, Bell's Melody Hotel. See, these are the old style motels and stuff. This is where you want to stay when you come up here, because you're really not going to be spending much time in your room. There it is, Bell's Melody Hotel Motel. Right there. So these are the old style motels. I mean, it'll seem expensive to you, but nothing like what they nail you in a legit place during the summer. All these little mom and pop places, the difference between where I was and when I got something to eat and now, as far as price, is like ridiculous. But I would, if you're looking to not spend a ton, I mean, you're tired, you're walking around, you're going back to your motel room and sleeping. See, here's some of them that have went out of business. They're just a little outside the area where people are willing to drive. It's so weird. I mean, it's the old adage, location, location, location. Nothing proves that more than northern Michigan when it comes to summer tourism. I don't really know. I haven't stayed in one in summer and winter rates, so you'd want to check the difference. I never stayed. If you're from here, you're usually, like, if you live where I'm at, you're within easily driving distance, so you're not staying the night. I've spent $500 a night before on Mackinac Island 20 years ago. I don't know what it is now. So here you got some lakefront cabins and stuff, but basically you might as well be out on Mars. People want to be in the mix of things. They want to walk out of their room and go down and get a pizza. They don't want to be getting in their car. And when you get into these budget places down here, you're going to be walking your ass off if you don't want to drive. You go down, you have a couple drinks, something like that. Daisy, I'll get Daisy a drink of water. Yep. Yes, honey. You're a good girl. Dad'll get Daisy something nice. Daisy got 2 fries. So you've seen it before, huh? Oh, you had to learn it in school. Yeah, the Great Lakes. The old memory trick is Homes, Homes, and that's for Huron, Ontario, Michigan, Erie, and St. Clair. Although St. Clair technically isn't a lake, so now you know how to remember the Great Lakes. Homes. I prefer to remember it as Johnny Holmes. All right, Charm City, congratulations. That's cool, Ronnie. Yeah, S for Superior. Did I skip that one? Oh yeah, you're right. It is. It's for Superior, not St. Clair. Yeah, that's what it is. See, I forgot. I got to remember. It's Superior. Yeah, St. Clair isn't considered a Great Lake. That's what the deal is. It's only about like 6 feet deep. Which author's that? Johnny Holmes? What are you talking about? Oh, yeah, yep. You're not talking about Lauren Esselman, are you? Or that guy from Birmingham? I sent him a t-shirt one time with our logo on it. He died here recently. He's from Birmingham. What is his name? Famous writer from Michigan. Yeah, Elm Leonard. Yep, you got it. Good memory there. Yep, Elmore Leonard. What a gentleman of a guy. I was just starting out my first detective agency. It was like 81, 82. So I sent him a t-shirt, and he wrote me a nice handwritten letter thanking me. Now, up north a lot, whenever you see someone pulled over to the side of the road like this, you're always wondering if they clobbered a deer. You know, we had quite a few guys, a disproportionate amount of people get killed this year by getting hit by a deer on their motorcycle. And I just read the other day in the paper, a lady got killed. She was an EMS operator down in Macomb County, and a deer came through her windshield and killed her. My sister used to have this gay guy that was a masseuse. The girl you out there, oh, you never saw an albino deer. That's impossible. Yeah, you can keep the deer now. You never used to be able to do that. Oh, sorry about that. It didn't look like that on my end. Heading home slowly on the east side of the state, heading down towards Alpena. Sheboygan. Just tripping. Daisy's tripping. Good girl, hon. Yep. It's a good girl, Dazer. Beautiful day. This is Sheboygan, another dead town. Everything's DOA from here all the way down to Bay City. Gotta watch your speed, because the only source of income is a speeda. Yeah, covered bridge country, yep. Isn't that Madison County? The old Yak family drive-in, closed for the season. Monarch Motel. Johnson's Motel. These are just old towns that once the economy turned, they had no reason for anybody to drive through here. It's like a funeral parlor turned inside out. Abandoned houses, burned out houses, drugs up the yin yang. We're back into drug country now. Smoked fish. See you next year. Nope, they're out of business. See, nobody comes up this side of the state anymore. Abandoned houses. Gas is cheap up here, $2.53. That's pretty good. Just be tripping. Bars and lottery. That's it. There's downtown. Deader than a doornail. A lot of people still have their boats in. There's your local burnout. There's plenty of people up here, went to high school, didn't graduate, or they did graduate. They're still here. No jobs. Nah, I never really spent much time on this east side this far north. I would never recognize anybody up here. $3.78 a gallon. Yeah, that's bullshit. That's that long ship ride out there to get that fuel to you. That's what happens when you live out in the middle of nowhere. Hey, Pooh Bear, what's going on? Hey Jennifer, how you doing? I think right around about 43, 42, 43. It's windy though, you freeze your ass off. No, it's no big deal blurring numbers, man. I mean, big deal. She didn't give a shit. She's getting a new phone the next day anyway. It doesn't matter. Don't worry about it. Didn't bother her. It didn't bother me. Yeah, I got a bunch of coats to hand out. Nobody called Rita. That's a fucking myth. I have my phone number out there all the time and never get calls either. It's just a bunch of bullshit people dream in their own mind. Yeah, nobody gives a shit about that stuff. Just because in your fucked up head it's something you think you might do, it doesn't mean everybody else thinks that way. Yeah, I mean, somebody sees somebody, that's why I give my email out. Big fucking deal. Some people act like, oh, my email, I don't want anybody to have my email. Big deal. I mean, it's like just you're automatically going to get murdered when someone has your email. It's just that mythical bullshit. I put it up right up there with Santa Claus coming down a chimney. There's no basis of fact with it. This channel's about the facts, not these conjured up bullshit cliches. Have a nice day. Yeah, Ronnie, you know what I mean? God damn, it's my people saying this stupid shit too. God. No, I mean, I wouldn't even consider that fear, man. I would, like, put stubbing my toe like 100 times worse. I'm heading down towards Alpena. There's a swingers club down there tonight. Yeah, Nat, you doing anything? You doing anything tonight? You gotta get out of your comfort zone. Oh yeah, there's a day. I have Daisy Girl with me. Are you kidding? The captain of the ship? Better believe it. Daisy doesn't feel right today. She doesn't smell marijuana while we're driving around. Yeah, he was happy to get it. Yeah, good guy. He's partying. Now, see the sun. Got about 45 minutes of sun. So, see these trees. See now. Here's some nice color. Just be tripping over on the East Coast. See now, if I'd have been on the other side of the state, I'd be getting the wrong side. It'd be all dark. So if you're trying to get video, it happens on Michigan Avenue. The worst thing I can have happen if I want to do still photography is get up around 10 a.m. and be on Michigan Avenue at 10:30 a.m. heading east. Everything's washed out. Same thing with going west. You don't want to be around 5 or 6 o'clock going west. You won't be able to see a damn thing. The time of the day matters. Going into the Wizard of Oz. I know it's 4:18, but you only got about 45 minutes with these tall trees of the sun coming over the top of them. Not that it's not going to be light out, but it's not going to be hitting against these leaves, my point. Here's an overlook. So, yeah, that's a good area right here. It's like watercolors. It'll help. Hey Sherry, you out there? Well, I was already at the Mackinac Bridge. If you go back in an earlier live, I did quite a bit of video around there. I'm heading southeast now, heading towards Alpena. Sure, and these guys are talking about all this stupid drug shit and smoking bongs and shit. Just block their ass out of here. I do it, but it's hard to push the button on the phone when I'm holding it this way. Woods. It's woods, yep. See, if the sun's not hitting these trees, there's nothing to it. See, like here where it's dark, and then you'll see up here where the sun's shining through. If you're not picking a sunny day to look at the fall colors, you're wasting your time. They're all muted out. You got to have that bright sunlight hitting them. You see the difference here now, as it gets light? None of that stupid bong talk. I mean, might as well have Cheech and Chong pipe in. It's just, it degrades the conversation. Big fucking deal. Someone's got a bong, so what? That's why their brain's fried. I dare a moose to come out, or an elk, or a deer. I will run right over their ass with this Astro van. Oh, it's such boring talk. Yeah, man, just sitting around today doing a bong. You know, doing a bong, man. We're vaping, man. Yeah, man. Are you vaping? Yeah, I'm vaping, man. Fuck that. I've been to Gary, Indiana a ton of times. I really used to photograph those railroad yards in the winter. That white snow and those black trains and stuff. Look at this color. See the sun shining. See the difference? Oh yeah, it just sounds like, if somebody wants to do that, fine, but they're bragging like, you know, I run into that in Detroit all the time. You gotta be in the D. Everybody's tough in the D. You gotta be tough to live in the D. You know, these guys, they have record high cholesterol. They'd have a heart attack if they had to run 50 yards. They haven't been in a fight in 35 years, and they're talking about how tough they are because they're living in the D. Fucking idiots. And you can almost pick these people out by their profile. They've always got a fucking old baseball cap on sideways or backwards, or a fucking Charles Manson tattooed between their eyebrows. And you can spot them a mile away. And every time they come on, I'm always hoping, God, I hope we can just have a decent conversation. But sure as shit, it gets around to bong, man. You vaping, man? Yeah, man. I got a rock coming tonight, man. I ain't had a job in 30 years. Fuck that. It's just so boring. I don't do drugs either. I mean, I don't think I'm a better person because I don't. It's just I don't. And the only thing worse than doing drugs is listening to someone that does them talk about them. Yeah, man, I am reading it, but that's based on interviews and stuff that I have the people that I deal with in Detroit. Not because I'm interested in trying them. I mean, it'd be like an adult going and saying, hey, you guys, guess what? I'm going to my refrigerator for a Miller Lite. Yeah, I love Miller Lite. I'm having a Miller Lite. I got a whole refrigerator full of Miller Lights. I bet I'm going to have enough Miller Lite for all night. Miller Lite, yeah. And it's just like, how old are you, man? How old did you say you are? Play with stuffed animals. Most interesting, how resilient the human body can be. How a human being can do drugs like crack and heroin that's cut with all sorts of bullshit and go out and get laid and give blowjobs for a living for months and not sleep for a week and have poor nutrition, smoke on top of it and drink alcohol when they get a chance. What I've learned is how surprising it is that the human body can tolerate that for so long. I mean, in a normal lifestyle, you have people that once in a while somebody will have a problem with drinking and you'll hear that it's affecting their liver.